Coming up on Inside Wofford Football, the Terriers go in search of their 7th win of the season and 10th straight victory over the Citadel.
Inside Wofford Football, presented by Milliken, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, NBSC, Dixie Tire, The Real Yellow Pages, and Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine.
Dane Romero runs for a career-high 146 yards and 3 touchdowns. Andy Strickland picks up 109 total yards and a touchdown, while Ben Widmeyer completed 6 of 7 passes, ran for 79 yards, and added 2 total touchdowns as Wofford held on to beat the Citadel 33-28. Hello and welcome to Inside Wofford Football, everyone. After a disappointing week ago, the Terriers talked all week about bouncing back, and they did just that versus a Citadel squad that proved to be a lot better than its record might indicate. The Terriers got on the board midway through the first quarter. Dane Romero ran it in from 2 yards out to give Wofford a 7-0 lead after 1. Early second quarter, same story. Dane Romero ran it in from 2 yards out to give Wofford a 13-0 lead. After the Citadel scored to cut the lead to just 6, guess who? Dane Romero scored his 3rd 2-yard touchdown of the half, and Wofford led 20-14 at the break. Less than a minute into the second half, Ben Widmeyer hooked up with his favorite target, Andy Strickland, for a 57-yard touchdown to give the Terriers a 26-14 lead. Again, the Bulldogs answered to cut the lead to just 5, and again, Wofford responded. Ben Widmeyer called his own number and scored from 20 yards out for what proved to be the game-winning touchdown as Wofford held on to beat the Citadel. Final score, 33-28. When we come back on Inside Wofford Football, we'll take a look at first half highlights as Dane Romero runs wild and caps off a trio of touchdown drives with short 2-yard scoring runs. Stay with us, everyone.
Things that make you go,
Movie night? Friday dinner? Big game. Order online at papajohns.com.
it's the things that make you go, yeah.
The best way to order pizza online. View our entire menu. Order 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, up to 21 days in advance. And get exclusive online-only offers. Visit papajohns.com and order online now.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
Things that make you
papajohns.com.
go,
Stop hunting. Start finding. Choose the AT&T Real Yellow Pages to find just what you need. No other book has more complete ads and up-to-date listings.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. After a long week of trying to fix some of the things that went wrong a week ago, the Terriers come out and jump out to an early lead versus the Citadel. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Here's Mark Hauser and Tom Henson on the call.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Out of the gun, Blanchard rolling right and throwing. Roberts drops the ball as he is hit by Michael Johnson as the ball arrives at the Terrier 45. Single back flanks him left out of the gun. Terriers bring forward. Blanchard under fire tonight. Sacked back at the 44 in the Citadel end of the field. Everhart, Cole, and Blunt all converge on the quarterback. It is 4th and long. Andy Strickland back at the 20, awaiting the kick. Plenty of time. It's a spiraling kick to the far side, taken at the 19 by Strickland. Cuts back left with a block. 20, 25, 30. Strickland to the 40, looking to make the left corner. He'll be slammed down across the 45 and the 46. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff right up the middle. Romero breaks through the line to the 35 of the 30. Lowers the boom down to the 28. And Widmeyer running the option right after faking the dive. Pitch far corner. Rucker with room. 25-20. Rucker down the far sideline. 15-10. He'll be chucked out of bounds at the 8. It's first and goal as Rucker runs for 21 yards. Terriers go out of the beef bone with 2 tight ends on the left side. Handoff right up the gut. Dane Romero. Touchdown.
they've made a statement. That App game is past them now as the offense just took a ball set up by a great punt return by Andy Strickland and marched straight down the field.
6:05 to play in our first quarter from Gibbs Stadium. Terriers 7, Bulldogs nothing. Wingbone set. Romero is your fullback. Toss on the corner to the half, and Strickland with room down the far sideline, 40 to the 50. Strickland to the Bulldog 40-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds there. In motion right, Strickland. He'll get the toss far corner on the sweep to the 45. Romero the fullback. In motion near side, Rucker, play action. Now he's going to throw. Whitmire sends it deep for Joslin near the goal line. Diving catch at the 1.5. Just as Joslin adjusting on an underthrown ball, Cortez Allen in pass coverage will be credited with the tackle. Allen, tight end in motion left, single back. Handoff, Romero up the middle, pulls his way in. That is a touchdown. Hard run by Dane Romero behind his right side.
Second touchdown of the day for Dane, 15th on the season.
13:20 remaining. We are in the second quarter here at Gibbs Stadium. Terriers 13, the Citadel nothing. Citadel 1st and 10 from their 29. Quarterback designed run, and Blanchard is stood up in the backfield by linebacker Aaron Scott and driven backward to the 28-yard line. Wofford, 3 down linemen, 4 on the line of scrimmage. A single back, play action. Blanchard heaves it over the middle. That's caught by Roberts at the 30. Threads his way to the Terrier 25. Out of the gun, Blanchard, play action. Wants to throw to the end zone, lobs it. It is caught. Touchdown, Andre Roberts. 7:40 to play in the second quarter. Wofford 13. The Citadel 7. 1 receiver left, 2 backs. Whitmire handoff right up the gut. Big hole, Romero to the 50. Slants left 40. 35. Tripped up at the 30. He'll stumble down at the 28. Looking to add to a 6-point lead. 1 receiver, now 2 to the right. Play action, Whitmire throws underneath the coverage. Caught by Finn Allen at the 19. He'll be ankle tackled at the 15-yard line. 4th and 3 Terriers from the Bulldog 8. Whitmire looks to the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. There's the snap. Handoff right up the gut. And Dane Romero will pull his way inside the 5 to the 3. It is 1st and goal. 2 receivers split to the left. A wing to the right. 2 backs with Whitmire. Again, it's Romero left side. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown.
He's a touchdown machine. His 3rd of the half. Some guys just seem to have a nose for the goal line, and Dane Romero is one of those types of players.
2:08 remaining first half. Wofford adding to their lead. Terriers 20, the Bulldogs 7. Citadel about to take possession time with just over 2 minutes to play in the half. They have all 3 timeouts. A very high, very short kick by Stinman. Taken near side at the numbers by Wilson at the 20. Slants left 30. He's to the 35 to the 40. Wilson crosses the 45, and then he's corralled at the 47. Blanchard out of the gun. Play action. Throws it down the middle for Roberts, and he's got a touchdown in the center of the end zone with 3 black jerseys surrounding him. We very much have a ball game here at the break. The 10th-ranked Wofford Terriers in a dogfight, no pun intended, with a Citadel team that hasn't beaten them in a decade. Their halftime score, the Wofford Terriers 20, the Citadel Bulldogs 14.
Coming up, we'll take a look at a quarterback that took a long road to get to Wofford, but he certainly made himself feel at home on the football field. Stay with us, everyone.
Terrier fans, here's your chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming athletic event. Be the first caller to 597-4110. Leave your name and phone number in the message, and you could be a winner. Compliment of the South Carolina Education Lottery.
You don't stop thinking about your business the minute you step away from the office. So why should we? At NBSC, you have one banker with you every step of the way.
I can't believe you beat us out to Dakota State.
Hey, are you the one always talking about taking it to the next level?
Good job, buddy. Girls, way to work. Good job.
Because your business is your life. NBSC.
They pick up their games, pick up their teams, and pick up the pace. Enterprise salutes NCAA student athletes for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Oh, Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. The Terriers coaching staff does not recruit the Great Northwest, but that did not keep the Terriers' current starting quarterback from finding his way from Idaho to South Carolina. Let's take a closer look at Ben Widmeyer in our Terrier the Spotlight, presented by Papa John's.
5 years ago, at his home in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Ben Widmeyer was watching some college football on TV. Wofford was playing Delaware in the national semifinals. The Terriers lost the game, but won over Widmeyer.
I definitely had to find a place that didn't care too much about how big their quarterback was. Being 5'11", not many programs look at you. It just happened that Wofford ran an option offense that threw the ball a little bit.
So he contacted Wofford, sent them some video, and the Terrier staff liked what they saw out of the kid nearly 2,500 miles away.
He was on film in high school just like he is now. A competitor, a guy that was able to make plays, scramble around, be able to throw the ball, was shifty enough, quick-footed enough, quick-handed enough to be able to pitch the football in the triple. So he came in for a visit, and he liked us, we liked him, and that's it.
After 3 years as a backup quarterback, the last 2 seeing some significant game action, Ben Widmeyer took over the starter's role this season and hasn't disappointed, mixing in a triple option blend that keeps defenses on its heels.
I got a lot of playing time the last 3 years. Kind of got a feeling of what it's all about. Kind of learned from Josh a little bit of how to lead the team. Then going to this year was exciting to finally realize that, you know, I'd go in as a starter.
He's one of those guys, he's sneaky quick. He's had some long touchdown runs. He ran away from Carolina's guys and took 55 yards. And there's not many folks, I think, this year that's had a 55-yard run against those guys.
As great as that touchdown run was, Widmeyer admits throwing a touchdown pass is still what he likes to do the most. And he's done that 8 times this year, all of which have been for 20 yards or more.
Coach Jack Chichi, defensive line. Graduated from East Tennessee State in '91. This will be my 15th season here.
Coming up, we'll take a look at the second half highlights as the Terriers need a late defensive play to help save the day and the game versus the Citadel. Stay with us, everyone. Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. The Terriers strike quick in the third quarter, but then have to make some plays down the stretch to try and secure a 10th straight win over the Citadel. Let's take a look at the second half highlights. Here's Mark Hauser and Tom Henson on the call.
2 receivers come to the near side. That's the right. 1 receiver, short split to the left. Widmeyer play action. Time. Deep downfield. Strickland wide open at the 30. Far side 20. 10-5. He will walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Closest man to Andy Strickland on that play was Tom Henson. Terriers get on the board just like that. A 57-yard touchdown pass. All right, Terriers look for the 2-point conversion. Wideouts either side. 2 tight end formation. Widmeyer, play action, throws toward the back of the end zone for Fenn Allen. It's an incomplete pass, overthrown. 14-10 to play in the third quarter. Wofford 26, Citadel 14. 2 receivers left, a single man to the right. And this time a direct snap to Roberts. Takes it up the middle of the 10. Roberts to the 5, and he's spun down at the 1-yard line. Terriers stack the box. Blanchard has trouble with the snap. Handoff right side, and that ball will be carried into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrell Dallas. 6:34 remaining third quarter. Terriers 26, the Citadel 21. Strickland in motion near side behind the formation, and a handoff. That's a big hole up the middle. 35-40. That's Romero. 50, 40 to the 30. He'll be wrestled down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. A quick hitter to Dane Romero. Dwight House with the saving tackle from behind for the Citadel. Two backs flanking Widmeyer out of the gun. Fakes the dive to Breitenstein. Left corner, Romero. Widmeyer, he's in the end. 10-5. That is a touchdown. Ben Widmeyer.
Great blocking out there as the Terriers did a nice job of giving Widmeyer a lot of room to run.
20-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, and the Terriers are up by 11. 10:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wofford 33, the Citadel 21. Strong side left in terms of the line. Blanchard, play action, deep drop, throws it deep downfield, and he's got Roberts at the 30 to the 25. Andre Roberts down to the 20-yard line. Second down and 10 from the Terrier 20. Blanchard flat pass to Roberts, juggling catch in the backfield, and he'll be hit for a loss back at the 23. Wofford, 4 on the line of scrimmage. Blanchard back to throw down the middle with it. It is intercepted. Preston Roseborough has his first interception of his career. Flanagan was the target. Roseborough stepped right in front of him.
And he was on his hip the entire way, read the quarterback's eyes, and just slid right in front of him and beat Flanagan to the ball. And the Wofford Terriers have come up with the game's first turnover.
Widmeyer has been at the controls all the way in motion. Right behind the formation comes Rucker, and Widmeyer running the option right. Good move as he keeps across the turn to the 14. Citadel putting 6 on the line of scrimmage. Widmeyer play action, rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw, and Strickland with a sliding catch at the 34. Andy Strickland on a ball thrown behind him, slid and made the play. 3rd and 19, Terriers from their 26. Strickland in motion near side. Widmeyer runs the option right, and he is shoestring tackled at the 33. 2nd and 5, Terrier 44. Citadel wasting no time. Blanchard again out of the gun. Throws near side, caught at the sideline over here by the tight end Cornett. To single back for Blanchard. Shotgun snap with time to throw. Puts it up to the near side. Roberts has it at the 7 to the 5. Dives to the pylon. Touchdown Bulldogs. 3:48 remaining. Fourth quarter. 33-28. Wofford leading the Citadel. The Terriers fully expecting an onside kick. And there it is. Ground ball. Big hop. And what a job by Strickland to catch it over the shoulder at the 45-yard line. Romero, the lone back. Widmeyer out of the gun with a wing, and Fenn Allen to the left. Plenty of time on the play clock. In motion near side Rucker. There's the handoff. Romero lowers the boom to the 35 to the 34. First down Terriers. Wofford's lead is 5 points. 2 tight ends left. Handoff Romero up the middle. Nice hole to the 30 to the 25. There it is. And there's your ball game. The Terriers are going to win this thing. 10 straight wins over the Citadel for the Wofford Terriers.
A decade of winning over these guys in a row. That's nice.
Though this one was well fought and played hard. Your final score from Gibbs Stadium this Saturday evening. The Wofford College Terriers 33. The Citadel Bulldogs 28.
Mark Hauser caught up with Coach Ayers after the game.
Coach, a very, very hard-fought ball game, and the Citadel, they just didn't go away in the second half.
No, we expected that, and anytime that you play the Citadel, it's going to be a hard-fought game. Their receiver is probably one of the best in the country, and if we could have put 12 on the field and tripled him, we would have, but we couldn't. We made some things happen early offensively, struggled a little bit, and then we regained the momentum. Last drive was huge. I definitely did not want them to get the football back again. They just have that knack of being able to make plays, and we, for the most part, I think it was a solid game for us. We had our moments that were scary, but at the same time, we hung in there and we got it done. What we've got to do is be a sounder team. Next week, we play another tough football team in Sanford, and they're very well coached. They're very disciplined. They don't make many mistakes. And it's a football team that you're going to have to beat. They're not going to give you a thing.
You had to do without Jeremy Marshall this week, so you're thin at halfback. How do you, without seeing the film, how do you think your halfbacks did overall?
Thought they did well. thought they played hard. Dane came in and he did I thought he had a great game on that last drive. He was the guy that got the football, and I think our offensive line did a great job coming off the ball and creating space. I thought Ben did some great things. We had a couple big pass plays that were set up because we were able to run the football effectively.
What do you think needs to improve defensively, especially considering Samford has that running back, Chris Evans, who averages about 130 a game?
Right. We've just got to be more physical on tackling. We've got to put our chest on people and knock them back. And I think, quite frankly, we just got to play like we're supposed to play. Our kids in practice, I mean, they're getting after it. They're doing good things, and they're aggressive and all that. And then I think sometimes, especially in close games, kids have a tendency to get tentative. We've got some young guys in the back end, and they don't want to make a mistake. They care. I mean, they flat care, and they don't want to make a mistake, and they don't want to let the team down. But there's a time when you got to cut loose and you got to go make a play. We're not the complete football team. We're a work in progress, but that was win number 7, and thank God.
And I know you don't like personal accomplishments, but it was win number 150 for you.
So,
that's what I figured I was going to get.
No, that doesn't. Any wins that we've had, it's not been because of me. It's been because we've had a great staff, and we've had the kids to come out and to play, and great kids that are willing to do what you coach them to do. That doesn't mean a thing to me, and if you bring it up again, I'm going to take your microphone away.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Coach Mike Ayers on his 150th win as the Terriers today beat the Citadel Bulldogs 33-28. Let's hear from some of the players.
We had to redeem ourselves. All week we've been talking about redemption and playing hard. We know we're capable of playing. We know how we can play, and we just had to come out and execute to prove it to ourselves again. Our offensive line, when we got down there, people made plays to get us down there, and when we got down there, our offensive line bowed their necks, and we just got in the zone.
Last week, yeah, it really hurt us, but from week to week, you got to forget whatever you did last week and come out and just make improvement. You got to build upon each week. Last week, we really used that as motivation to come out here and do better and do the right things, and I think that's what we did out there.
Now let's take a look at the final game stats. Citadel with the edge in first downs, 23-16. Wofford with a significant advantage on the ground, rushing for 279 yards compared to just 129 for the Citadel. Citadel with the edge in passing yards and total yards pretty even. Wofford with a slight advantage as they get 409 total yards of offense. Your time of possession pretty even there as well. Wofford just over 29 minutes. The Citadel just over 30. Penalties, not a whole lot in this football game. Wofford 2 for 15, Citadel 3 for 10, and just the one late interception for the Citadel. That's the only turnover in the football game. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the Southern Conference. Samford continues to play good football. Knocks off Georgia Southern 27-17 in Statesboro, and Elon gets the best of Western Carolina 33-14, while Appalachian State, no surprise here, cruises past Chattanooga 49-7. Your updated Southern Conference standings look like this. Appalachian State sits on top with a perfect 6-0 record. Elon 6-1, Wofford 5-1, Furman 4-2, Samford 3-3. The bottom half of the conference looks like this. Georgia Southern, the Citadel, Western Carolina, and Chattanooga still looking for its first conference win of the season. Now let's take a look at the White's Pine Street Exxon Play of the Week. It comes just 50 seconds into the third quarter, and after not catching a pass in the first half, Andy Strickland does not waste any time catching one in the second half, as Ben Widmeyer finds Strickland wide open for a 57-yard touchdown to give Wofford a 26-14 lead, and the play earns Andy Strickland our Play of the Week.
Headquartered in Spartanburg on a sea of manicured green space, Milliken & Company places an emphasis on environmental stewardship and community involvement. One of the many reasons Fortune magazine ranked Milliken one of the best companies to work for in America, and why Milliken was named one of the safest companies in the U.S. Whether hosting community events or partnering with Wofford on educational initiatives like the Summer Leadership Institute, the Milliken-Wofford connection is strong, and both are proud to call Spartanburg home.
Dixie Tire and Automotive is more than a tire store. Since 1946, we've been in business to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. Experienced technicians use the latest technology to repair and maintain your vehicle so it stays on the road. Oil changes, alignments, engine repairs. Dixie Tire and Automotive does it all. There's no car we can't repair and maintain, domestic or foreign.
We're more than a tire store. If you need it fixed, come see us at Dixie Tire and Automotive, 1011 Asheville Highway, Spartanburg.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. This is where we take an inside look at some of the happenings off the field of play. And this week we focus on a couple guys who own the Beacon Restaurant. One is a Citadel grad. The other is a Wofford graduate. Therefore, when the two teams square off, it gets the name the Beacon Iced Tea Bowl.
We bought the Beacon 10 years ago. And being a Citadel graduate and Sam being a Wofford graduate, we thought we could have a little fun with placing a wager on the Citadel-Wofford games. When we started this, we thought we'd have a little fun with it. You know, the Beacon Drive-In is such a great trademark that we thought we could do something with Wofford because the Wofford students frequent the Beacon. So we sell more iced tea than any restaurant in the world. So let's call it a Beacon Iced Tea Bowl. We sponsored the game that first year we bought the Beacon. The winner of the game would watch the loser of the game put on a Wofford cheerleader suit and serve Beacon tea at the Beacon on a Saturday. And so it's just a kind of feel good, have a lot of fun.
Sorry we didn't have any video of those guys dressed up in the cheerleading outfits. But anyway, let's take a look at next week's opponent, brought to you by Blue Eagle Equipment. The Terriers hit the road to play at Samford next Saturday afternoon. When the season started, you might have thought this game wouldn't be so tough as the Bulldogs make their maiden voyage through the SoCon. But Samford has proved to be a very good football team, coming off a 10-point win over Georgia Southern while sporting a .500 record in league play. As for the history, next Saturday's game will mark the first time in 12 years the two schools have squared off, and just the 6th time ever with Samford winning the last 4 meetings. But other than a game in 1996, the other matchups occurred more than 35 years ago. No video available from those contests. Sorry about that as well. Now, the particulars of the football game. It'll be played in Birmingham, Alabama next Saturday afternoon. Kickoff is set for 3 p.m. The Terriers now have 2 conference games remaining, and both will be tough football games. First of all, they play at Samford next Saturday, and then in 2 weeks they play host to Furman. If Wofford can win both of those football games, they will be in the postseason for the 2nd straight year. If they lose either one of those football games, that opens the door for someone else to decide, and you can rest assured Coach Ayers does not want that to happen. For now, we say so long, and see you next week.
Inside Wofford Football, presented by Milliken, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, NBSC,